بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم
بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, guys. I'm glad you can make it to campus today. I want to start this brief interview by asking you guys to introduce yourselves. I'll start with you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohammed Hassan. I'm a Shura member.
My name is Mahmoud. I'm the founder and Amir of Alif Laam Meem.
My name is Rahme Butaineh, and I'm an ordinary member.
Alright, very good. So Alif Laam Meem, from what I can understand, is a fraternity. And the first question that comes in my head is, why do Muslims need a fraternity?
The word fraternity in and of itself, it translates to the word akhuwa, which is brotherhood. That's a very powerful force, sometimes even more powerful than someone's parents telling them to do something. The fact that you chill around guys and you have a good group of friends that all focus on one thing, which is Allah and coming closer to Allah, that as a power with no distractions is really effective in bringing young Muslims closer to Allah. So that's why we felt that we needed the fraternity.
So by definition, aren't fraternities supposed to be exclusive? And so how does it work, a Muslim group of brothers being super exclusive, because it seems kind of antithetical to brotherhood to be exclusive? How do you get around that?
One of the things about being exclusive is that you have less members, so we're gonna be able to focus on each member like much more.
Okay.
And at the same time, also, when you have a closed organization, it's not like an MSA in the sense that anybody can come to any event and not have any. So when we have a closed event or closed organization, then people are accountable and they're responsible. And when they know that they've been chosen through an interview process or whatever, then they know that they are responsible and they have responsibilities that they have to fill. Because our job is to build people. Our job is to build these guys into hopefully be Muslim leaders or whatever it is that they go into, that they're the best Muslim that they can be, that hold that par up for what a Muslim should be in the community. And that requires work, and in order to have that work to be done, it can't be just an open organization where anybody can do whatever they want. We have work that needs to be done, and we want those jobs to be accomplished, and that in order for that to happen, we need to only get people that are really serious about the organization.
So let's just say there's a student at UTD that wants to...
Yeah, so we're stepping into new waters, so we want to keep it strictly at UTD. If someone at UTD wants to join, we're going to have a strict interview process in the fall. The main criteria we're looking for is what can you bring to the frat and what is your character, because that's within your choice. With regular other fraternities, they might choose you based on your ethnicity, the power of your family or whatever. We're not focused on that. We're focused mainly on what is your character. How close do you want to come to Allah? Like how strongly do you have the desire? What can you offer to the frat with regards to that?
We do plan to expand, but one of the reasons people join fraternities is because of the connections. We can network with one another.
Sure.
A lot of times when guys go into fraternities, though, if a Muslim male wants to join a fraternity to get into these connections, he can fall into partying or
that's what fraternities are known for.
Right.
Sure.
That's what we're known for. Alif Laam Meem, we're trying to break that. We're trying to redefine what a fraternity is, or bring it back to its original pure meaning of brotherhood.
When somebody goes to your interview, things don't work out, you guys say, no, you're a Muslim brother, but not a frat brother. What are they supposed to do?
Because there's different people come with different needs, and for the most part, you might be someone who's already an established Muslim leader who, if you were to come to the frat, then it would be a waste of resources to spend time on you because you're already at the level that we're hoping to get people at, So we're hoping that some people we won't choose based because they're already where we want them to be. Some people, they're just not. It's not their time yet for the fraternity. Feel free if they don't make it, they can feel free to ask us later. To join again. If they can rush again to try and join, they can ask us why they didn't get the opportunity to join. And at the same time, if someone shows that enthusiasm that they really want to join, then I don't see a reason to say no to them. We want, again, we're going for that enthusiasm, but we're also at the same time we're looking for competency, because a lot of times in our Muslim organizations we choose people based on their enthusiasm and not necessarily based on their competency. Also, we're going to have open events that are open to everybody, like at least once a month, maybe once every 2 weeks, where we open them up to all Muslims, all Muslim brothers, whether they're in the fraternity or not, usually probably from the age of like high school until about 30 or so. And we'll also do collaboration events with the MSA and other Muslim organizations to show that we're not above, anybody else and working with others as well.
You see this as something that's complementary to the existence of an MSA?
Absolutely. We see it as almost like a symbiotic relationship with the MSA.
So
as well.
How did this thing start?
We definitely saw that there was a need. The MSA, it provides services for the Muslims, but it doesn't have that binding force that something like a fraternity has. And so we saw that people who weren't Muslim or on campus had these bonds that were just unmatched, and all these different kinds of people were bonded together by this one thing called a fraternity. And for the longest time, Muslims have been afraid of the word fraternity because it instantly meant partying and it instantly meant drinking. And so we ignored all of the good that came with fraternities, and people like MLK. All these people have been part of fraternities because of the strong networking that comes with it. So by being able to provide a fraternity on campus for Muslims to feel each other and to not only feel as brothers, but also to grow together as brothers is something that's just, it hasn't been matched. The interesting thing is that when we open up these chapters around the country, it's like the chapters of a book almost. So we have this story of Alif Laam Meem that all started with Alif Laam Meem. And so hopefully after all this is said and done, we'll have a real strong network of brothers that can rewrite the story of Muslims in America through their leadership.
Very ambitious, and I'm happy to hear it, alhamdulillah. So, in your frat, do you have an expectation from these people that you're developing, that they're developing not just, let's just say spiritually, but they're also developing as contributors to community? You're giving back in some way?
Yeah, so each person, every single semester actually has to submit a semester proposal where they have a project proposal, where they have a personal goal they have to accomplish, a family goal, a community goal, and a social goal that they have to accomplish. So we're hoping that each of these guys in the fraternity can go out and start their own halaqah groups, start their own organizations, respond to some kind of problem in the community. And one of the more beautiful things that I'd like to start about Alif Laam Meem is to have a group of guys who are binded together to complete all the obligations that are upon the community. So if there's a janazah, I can call up a few guys and say, hey, show up to this janazah. Or if there's someone sick, we can say, hey, these few guys need to go check that out. If there's a masjid board that's out of hand and they're not completing what the community needs, Alif Laam Meem guys get together and they start to make sure that change is in place. So we're hoping to be a group of men who are there to establish justice and establish what is right within the Muslim community to make sure that, and a group of 20 to 25, strong Muslim leaders in the community, brothers who can really enact those changes, can make a big impact each community locally.
Sounds very ambitious, very exciting. I'm really happy to hear that this has come into place, and I have optimistic hopes for it, inshallah ta'ala. I hope to see you guys' contributions in the local DFW area and inshallah nationally.
Inshallah.
Thank you so very much for coming in, you guys.
Jazakallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.